Okay, we're just going to move right into our letter for the day, and I'll just keep layering stuff. Let's keep moving. Here's the letter. Tet. Before I get into any of the hidden or deeper meanings in Tet, can you see if you can carve through your space the pattern as if you're just pushing through, carving, etching Tet on your floor? Like drag your feet like you're painting it, or better yet, engraving Tet on the pattern of your floor. Take the shape. Keep going, keep going. Carving it. The Kabbalists say that these letters were carved, they were engraved, they weren't written with a pen, they were carved and etched. I wonder if you could take that concept of carving. Even with your arms now, can you carve Tet in the air? Yeah. Like you have to carve through a billion molecules. Yes. Find the shape. Find the architecture that satisfies you, that makes you feel good. These letters never have to be literal. You don't have to look exactly like the letter, but if you get the shape of it, maybe you get a curve of it, maybe you get a half a sphere of it. Good, and as you continue to inhabit the character of Tet, let me tell you about this wonderful character. The first time we hear the word good in Torah is in the very first story of creation, where Elohim creates the world, the waters, the skies, the heavens, the earths. And after every creation, whether it be animals or sky or water, Elohim always says, Tov, Tov, it is good, Tov. The Creator doesn't criticize the work. I could have done better. Are you sure you like it? They didn't need compliments. They just knew that their work was good. It's the first time we see the word Tov. And indeed, that holds a lot, because as you see, the Tet looks like a vessel. It's a vessel that hides good. Can you play with that? A vessel that hides good. a vessel that hides your good, a vessel that holds and protects your good. I'll keep layering on as you keep exploring and stepping into the shoes of this vessel called Tet. It also represents the number 9, which did not pass the mystics as the 9 months of pregnancy. That this letter is indeed the womb that hides, conceals the good. Continue. I want to add too that it wasn't just literally pregnancy, but any spiritual pregnancy or creative project or whatever, something that is born inside of you that you need to give birth to. And usually it's ourselves. Can you nurture the good inside of you? Can you hold it? Can you love it? Can you rock it? Can you cradle it? Really, the imagination should just wrap itself around your good. How often do we just say that we are good, that we have good? We're very critical, very critical in this society. How much more can you just say, I am good and I hold good, and let that be your dance? And in about 10 seconds, keep going, keep going. Can you come to your shape of Tet in a marble statue? You have about 10 seconds. Tov, tov, tov me'od. Excellent. Nice. Any, before we move on, any questions? And you can just open your. Thanks, Panina, for that compliment about my luxurious hair. Nobody's ever described my hair as luxurious. I always put a cap on it because I'm so embarrassed, but Alina and Dorita are always telling me to take off my cap.
It's beautiful.
Okay. Um, Ruth, I loved that you were dancing with a talit. I love dancing with talits too. Um, and so do the Yemenites.
It's my mother's scarf.
Oh, it's a scarf, not a talit. It looked
My
like a
mother's
talit.
shawl, yeah.
Oh, it looked like a
But
talit.
it's
But I love dancing with scarves too.
metaphoric.
Yeah. Any questions about the letter tet? Really is a wonderful letter, and yes, who
How is it scribed? Where does it start on the?
actually I think if I was to write it in the air,
Uh-huh.
it would be like that.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh. So backwards it would be tet. The Kabbalists earmarked this letter for this new month that just happened last night, the month of Av. What's the Hebrew? What does it mean? It's not Hebrew. Several of our Hebrew months are Babylonian words. And uh, the month of Av, A-V, is a Babylonian word. I believe last month was Tammuz. Tammuz, get this, was a pagan god of Babylonia, of Sumeria. He was the shepherd husband of the great goddess of the world, Ishtar, or Inanna. She has a couple different names. In Hebrew folklore, Ishtar or Inanna, the queen of the world, became Lilith. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, she'd be. Raise your hand if you've not heard of Lilith. Yeah, you've all. Well, Lilith is a midrashic character who defies Adam. It wasn't in Midrash. Eve or Chava was not the first partner of Adam, the earthling, literally the earthling. It was Lilith who refused to be second fiddle, let's say. Yeah, she didn't want to be on the bottom. She wanted to be on the top and in the fight, and she left. But she was demonized by the rabbis for centuries until the feminists in the 70s picked her up as a cultural icon, created a magazine called Lilith that is still going. And yeah. So the rabbis earmarked this letter for this month of Av. Why? Because they saw this month that just began last night with the new moon. You can always tell it's a new Hebrew month by the new moon, the sliver of the new moon. Because Av to the Kabbalists was a very difficult month. The lining up of the planets, the closeness of the sun, the scorching sun. People's emotions are volatile during this month. Any Leos out there? Leo, Amos. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, there's the Leo tongue. Oh, Lenny, are you a Leo? Anybody else? We have Ronnie, Lenny, Amos, Susan. Anybody else? Yeah. So the Leos are the ones, even if they seem pulled back or quiet, they're making their presence known. They can't help it. They're just out there. And so the rabbis prescribe the letter Tet for this month to harness all that fiery energy. You know, you watch the news today and people are just inflamed. Thousands of years ago, they knew that about this month. So they recommended the letter Tet to harness that sunlight and that heat and to keep it inside, to not react to everything. We're too volatile during this time to react from our emotions. They say, pull it in, let the heat generate you from within, hold it like you're pregnant, and hold that good, and you can transform that fire into good. That's the basic idea of Tet. Any questions before we move on? I have kind of a Tet dance to teach you. Yeah? Okay. Great. So this is the Tet dance. Oh my God, I love this dance. It comes from one of my favorite Israeli choreographers. His nickname is Moshiko Levi, Yemenite, danced with the Inbal Dance Company in the 40s and 50s. And every time I see an Israeli dance, and I really love it, it always seems to be his choreography. So I'd like to show it to you now. I'm highlighted again, right? Am I highlighted? Okay. Okay. Boop. Boop. Okay. Let's see if I can show this to you properly. We begin with a sort of that feeling of Tet, of holding our good. Feet together and holding. Yeah? You'll see this all over Yemenite dance, especially the women's dance. And we begin with bending and coming up, and bending and coming up. I'll show you what that looks like here. Bending and coming up, bending and coming up. Can you try that? Bend and come up, fall and rise. Fall and rise, fall and rise. Now I'm going to add a Yemenite step to that. So fall and rise, fall and rise, and Yemenite together. Okay, so that's fall and rise, fall. I'm sorry, I put that in the wrong place. Sorry. Here's what comes next. Fall and rise, fall and rise, and starting from the right, we go around, 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 Yemenite together. So that's fall and rise, fall and rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yemenite. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? Let's try that. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and fall and rise. Fall and rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm confused about what number that Yemenite comes in. Let me play the music for you. As soon as I play the music, it all becomes clear.
Would you be willing to just break down that little Yemenite together step? It's a little confusing for
Yeah,
me
let me.
compared to like the Yemenite that we've usually done.
Yeah, let me do it from behind.
Thank you.
So it's Yemenite together. Yemenite. It's like a half Yemenite. Yemenite together. Yemenite together. 1 and 2. And 2. 7 and I think it's on 7. 7 and 8. 7 and 8. 7 and 8. So we have bend and rock, bend and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, that's how we close it up. Shall I go on, or would you like to practice that with some music? A little bit more? Stay on that a little bit more? Sure. Here we go, one more time. And bend and up, bend and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Questions? Any questions?
Yes, when you're counting 7 and 8, you're counting it at a different tempo than you counted the other
I
parts.
know. I knew someone would catch me doing that. I have to listen to the music first. Hold on one sec.
I'm guessing it's 7 and 8. 7 and 8, like that.
Bruce, I think if you do it on 5, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, let's see.
Try it out.
Let's see. Let me just see here. Hold on. Here we go. Did you get that? 7 and 8. That was it. 7 and 8. Did you get that? Did you see that? Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't get that. Let's move on. Let's just move on. I can do it with music, but I just want to move on because the next part's beautiful, and the next part is why I chose this for this Tet feeling. This is celebrating Shabbat, resting, letting things go, getting off the carousel. So watch what happens next. So we had 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Then you repeat 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. I just got it. Here we go for the Tet part. Ready? We go palm, palm, hand, hand. Try that again. Palm, palm, hand, hand. One more time. And palm, palm, hand, hand. That's, you're taking in, it's sort of reminiscent of taking in the candlelight. So boom, 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 touch, head. And then a perfect tet shape. Watch this. Head going in and coming back here. One more time. Palm, palm, that's right palm first. Palm, palm, right, right, together, head. Make your tet. Make that vessel and bring that good light into you. Right? One more time. And palm, palm, hand, hand, together, head, back inside. And you repeat that twice. So part A you repeat twice, and this you repeat twice. Let's try it again, the whole thing. Whole thing, and bend and up, bend and up, go around and Yemenite together. One more time. Bend and up, bend and up, all around and Yemenite together. 1, 2, bum, 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 yum, bum, 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 yum, bum, 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 yum, bum, bum. Did y'all get that? Let's try it with some music. Here we go. Can I see if you have that, or would you like me to do it with you one more time? I'll do it with you one more time. Did you see that I got the count on that?
Mhm. Yes. Do we start the whole thing moving to the left or moving to the right?
The whole thing. So it's bend and up
To the right.
to the right. Yeah. Yeah.
Bruce, I think it would be better if we did opposite you. I mean, if you did it, we're supposed to go right, you're left, so we could actually just be following you.
Okay, let me try that. That is a challenge for my brain this morning, but it's a good challenge. Let me see if I can do that. I'll go opposite you, okay? I'll go opposite you.
We're going to do exactly what you're doing on the screen, but
because it's 11 o'clock right now, I'll finish the dance. It's a beautiful dance
Yeah,
to have in the repertoire.
okay.
Bruce, if you do it not facing us, then you wouldn't get your brain shabushit, and we could be standing behind you doing the dance if people could see.
So
you.
with my tushy to you, yes? Is that what you're saying?
It's only a possibility.
Oh, it's only a paper moon
So, yeah.
flying over a... Let me try that way.